This is Sir. We have an orc problem. Yeah, it's a curious little sort of like tower defensey incremental base builder style game where you have to try and I guess overcome the orc problem. So two phases of the game. We have got the I guess engagement phase, and then we also have the build phase. Now during the engagement phase, as you can see here, there's going to be a whole bunch of orcs, the stats are all up at the top here, that are going to come at me, and we are going to lose health depending on how many of them get through. However, at the end, we're going to see how many kills that we get, and we are going to get some upgrade points, which is very, very nice indeed. We can jump on into the tech tree and start getting access to some bits and bobs that will allow us to defend our position against the Horde. We're going to get the gunner. There's the ability to get more gunners. We can also gain additional... What are these things called? Earn this resource by killing orcs? Okay. Let's call them rhombuses. Sure, we're gonna get 3 rhombuses by killing the orcs, and we're gonna get 3 more if we are able to get this upgrade. Cool. We can also increase our HP. Explosive orcs. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here. There's also a lot of levels that we are going to be able to unlock. We only have to endure 400 enemies in order to get to this. In order to get to the end of this level, but it's going to be a little bit harder than than I think I maybe give credit for. Anyway, we can now start the process of deploying some turrets, and in fact, that is exactly what I'm going to do. The cool thing about turrets is that we can basically have a focused or non-focused beam. Now, what I'm going to do over here, I'm going to have a nice large sort of arc, but in actuality, I don't think that's what we want to do, because as you can see, like over here, the orcs, I should probably keep firing, the orcs are going to start clustering, so we're not going to be able to get all of the value from that arc swing. However, if we put the turret in right over here, and then we have it sort of cluster firing up in this area, then I think we might be able to do more damage. I'm going to get an additional gunner tower. I think I want to get this bonus resources upgrade pretty much as soon as I possibly can, but also more towers mean more kills, and therefore more kills mean more rhombuses, I think. Right, let's hold R to remove all towers. Cool. And then let's sort of like have this focused up here, and then let's have another sort of like focused beam over here. How about that? I think that's pretty decent. No guarantee that that's going to do more, but yeah, already starting to see a lot of good stuff. The issue is, of course, when the orcs start to basically overrun me, then also there's different size orcs, which will absorb a different amount of punishment. That's good, though. 58 kills. That's a decent position to be in. Let's see if we can try and pump up some resources into this node here, because this is basically going to get me 6 free rhombuses at the end of the level, so I'm absolutely interested in doing that. Although I am probably more interested in getting some turrets down, just because it's a little bit of a sexier upgrade. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to have little turrets doing their thing. So what was our personal best before? 58. Well, we're gonna get up to 60 this time. That's not too bad. And look at that, we're going to be able to get ourselves some sweet, sweet bonuses. I'm going to get the 3rd level upgraded into this. Tower damage stats? Maybe. I mean, we only have 1 tower at the moment. So, 15,000 rhombuses? That's quite a lot. Missile damage, additional missile damage. Oh yeah, I do like missile click damage. It's not that good, to be honest. It's fine. It's okay. It gets a little bit of damage. It does a little bit of damage, but not that much. I think we want to do something like this here. Yeah, and then maybe another one. I feel like this is not a great position. Ooh, okay. We can kind of customize as we go. It's because they kind of like flood round here, round into there. So maybe we'll just keep this entire area open. Sure. And then we'll get one in there. And we'll get another sort of like kill zone here. So we got a really, really, really focused kill zone in this area. It's a little bit suboptimal in the sense that we kind of waste a little bit of time initially, early on. Yeah. This is good. I like these two. I like these two best. This feels like it's a little bit suboptimal, but that's okay. We're fine with that. So we can now start to look at... What do we want to look at? We probably want to look at gunner fire rates. 1 additional gunner tower. Okay, that's going to cost me 6 in order to upgrade. I've got 13. I think I would rather have 2-3 upgrades in that, and then pump up a little bit of additional damage. That seems pretty decent. Okay, nice. Let's get you sort of moved around here, and let's just focus in. Let's focus in on the kill zone. I want a much more focused kill zone. Yeah. And, okay, we're not quite able to hold them off, but I tell you what, that increased damage is really making a difference. Is there a world in which we win this on this occasion? We're not far off. We're absolutely not far off. Okay, so we did a tremendous amount of damage there. That is absolutely gargantuan, and we got more of a reward for our kills than for our bonuses, which I am not complaining about at all. That is real good. I kind of want to just double down on the damage front, to be honest. But I also feel like the health, increasing health is not bad. Also, this is pretty good too. Gain plus 10% at the end of the battle. I mean, I got 24 that time, so that'll give me an extra 2. I think we can afford to hold off a little bit. Tell you what, give me 2 extra towers, and give me a damage boost as well. That, I have a sneaking suspicion, that might be enough if we are careful about how we do things. Again, we have a hyper-focused kill zone right in here. Let's widen you up a little bit so you've got a little bit more. There we go. A little bit more space to play around here. All right. This is the zone. This is the zone. I'm going to do as much sort of peppering to... I think we're going to do it, you know. They're not getting through. They are not getting through. So this is enemies waiting, enemies alive, enemies killed up at the top here. Oh my lordy, they're not even going to get a single orc through. Sir, we no longer have an orc problem. The orc problem has been completely solved. Right, so 400 kills, we get a whole bunch of rumpuses for that. Bonus of 9, 29, we survived. So what do we get? We get this by surviving the level, earn this resource by killing all orcs in a level. Okay, so there is a world in which we survive, but we don't kill all the orcs. If that makes sense. Anyway, that's going to allow me to get some special upgrades. Unleashes a continuous stream of flames that sets enemy orcs ablaze. I like that. A mortar, I also like that. Adds a 1% chance that orcs carry explosives which detonate upon death. Yes, I like that a lot. Call down an orbital cryo beam that freezes all orcs' path. Nah, not that bothered. Low fire rate but high damage. Projectiles penetrate through multiple orcs. Fires a laser beam that bounces off walls, striking enemies from unexpected angles. I think the cannon, I like the cannon best. I like the flamethrower. I like the mortar. I like the explosive orcs. We're going to go and do that. A little bit out of my budget at the present moment, but that's okay. I presume that I'm not going to be able to do the same level again and get more upgrades, but that's fine. Let's do a cannon. I'd like to get a cannon, and ideally I'd like to get, yeah, additional cannon towers. That's cool. Any upgrades that I can get? I can start increasing missile damage as well. Whatever. I've got a few more bits and bobs. Yeah, so earn this resource by surviving the level, killing all orcs. We've got it. Ooh. So we can't get access to the sun-shaped resource. That's fine. Right. So what have we got going on here? I think we want to get some cannons. Oh yeah, look at that. That is some nasty stuff right there. Yeah, let's have a little exploratory look at what's going to happen. I will just put down... I mean, look, just on the off chance that we do actually have enough firepower to clear this level, which I very, very, very much doubt. Just in case we do. I'm going to kind of just spread everything out a little bit, see where everybody goes. So it looks like they kind of just flow naturally. Yeah, okay, they kind of flow naturally, but the vast bulk seem to be going around the top here. That's fine. That's fine. It still gives me a little bonus. I will take the 10% increase at the end of the round, so that we can work on our economy. Right. So if everybody's coming from this area, that makes me reconsider. We want to get cannon fire. We want to get cannon fire going strong down here. We want to get as much focused in this area as we can. There we go. And there we go. I will leave one turret here. Let's focus you up a little bit more. Leave one turret available here. That's fine. I mean, I don't honestly love this cannon being here, but you know what? We'll place you over there instead. Right, I don't think this is actually going to have much of a better impact. Oh, look, we had an explosive boy there. Okay, this will absolutely have a better impact. This is good. It feels like a lot more of the ammunition that I have, the bullets that are being fired, are actually connecting with their targets. We killed 50% of the enemies there. That's a really, really decent job. I feel like that's pretty darned good. Right, there's no more economy upgrades that I can get. I don't really want to save up. Cannon towers, I have no idea until I get damage statistics how well cannon towers are doing relative to anything else. So I think I am just going to get an increase in number of shots per second, a little bit of damage increase. It's not a very sexy upgrade, but you know what? It is going to end up paying dividends fairly soon, I suspect. I don't think we're a million miles away from... Yeah, it's okay. It doesn't matter because we're going to take damage anyway. Yeah, I don't think we're a million miles away from being able to clear this level. Yeah, so that change, by the way, that damage change enabled the killing of an extra 120 enemies, something like that. Oh, that's a missile right there. Okay, cool. That's not bad. Reduce the number of kills needed to earn 1. Ooh, okay, so it's 20 kills at the moment that we need in order to get 1 rhombus. That is absolutely fine. I still think the gunners are... I still think the gunner towers are kind of the best thing that we've got access to at the moment. Do that, do that. So a little bit of extra fire rate. 1 additional gunner tower. The cannons will end up being good, but they're not quite there yet, if you know what I mean. Which is fine, just something that we need to consider. Right, I'm going to put you in a sort of like defensive position over there. I don't think that is going to be great, but that's okay. Yeah, we can hopefully... Yeah. Okay. I need to kind of... Yeah. Just a little bit more firepower. We actually might manage to complete the level on this occasion. It's going to be close. Yeah, okay, so we'll actually manage to survive the level, which is kind of nice. And I think actually means that we could progress on to the next level, but that is not what we need. We need to get the full shebang. Tell you what, give me tower stats. It's a good investment, but it's not that good. Additional penetration, additional damage. Tell you what, give me additional damage. 2 levels in additional damage. Last gun tower, fire rate improvement. Yeah, that's nice. It's okay, so we can get to level 2.1. What's the difference between 2.1 and 1.2? 2,000 enemies? Okay, that is a big old change of pace. I would like. Where did the enemies come from? I think we kind of just want to keep our options open. You know, we'll put you up at the top there. I think with this fire rate improvement, we actually might be okay. Yeah. I also feel like this cannon is probably not in the best position possible. There we go. Nice. I'm just trying to kill all the stragglers. You're absolutely going to get hit by something. There we go. No! No! Ah! Unbelievably unfortunate there. Just at the very end. Additional range, fire rates. Give me 20 meter range, 140 meter range. And then additional missile damage. Sure. Okay. Run it back one more time. This is better. Tell you what I'd like to do. Let's put you there. And let's put you here. I think that is a bit better. I think that's going to work to actually focus these cannons in an area where they are legitimately getting good value because, of course, with the penetration, they were not... they were not really able to get a huge amount of... Oh, come on. Don't be... There we go. Ah! You're kidding me. You're kidding me just at the end there. Okay, I think one more gunner turret. If we can get one more gunner turret, that would be... That'd be perfect. Penetration. I don't need penetration. Maybe I just need another cannon. Maybe that's what I need. I don't think it's... Fire rate, 2-meter explosion. Continuous missiles. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. I think I'll take one more cannon tower. 2-meter explosion radius. Okay. I think we can do this. I would like... Tell you what. Let's put the cannon tower right up here. And let's make sure you've got a truly spectacular line of sight all the way down there. Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be great. That's going to be really, really good. If anybody gets through now, I will be surprised. I love the... Oh, come on! You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be... Is that gonna be the only one? Oh, it's gonna be 2 more. Okay. Clearly, I need to run it back. Literally, those six little bothersome, annoying individuals. 49 versus 48. Let's do this because it's slightly better value. Right. Run it back. One more time. Is that fire rate meaningfully going to change things? I think it will, to be honest, you know? I think it will. I know that sounds unbelievably ridiculous to say that a tiny little fire rate tweak is going to make a difference, but it affects so many of my weapons. There we go. Okay, good. The cannon is doing good stuff there. That's nice. Yeah, we can do this. We can do this. Easy. Oh, easy peasy. Never a doubt in my mind. Okay, that was a... We left this kind of like blind spot here when they were sort of strafing in the other direction. We left that blind spot, but that's okay. Every 5th shot of the cannon is bigger and has more penetration. The explosive orcs is fine. I'm not really seeing it pay any dividends right now, but that's okay. 5 shots per second or better penetration. I think we'll do penetration, but I think we're also going to get rapid fire as soon as we possibly can, right? I love the machine gun. I think it's pretty goated, as the kids would say these days. Right. So, tell you what, let's do a little experiment. I will throw in a few. Oh, they've got more. They've definitely got more HP. Right. So this is very important to note. The sort of just general route that they're deciding to take. So I love the idea of sort of concentrating this area. Yeah. Okay, play again. Cannon immediately striking me as this direction over here. There we go. And there we go. If I could just sort of tweak that ever so slightly. There we go. Nice. I don't think there's any issues with having a thin run through like that. There we go. Nice. Nice. We'll get that in there. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Ideally, we want to be sort of like engaging the enemy as early as we possibly can. So, you know, a couple of turrets in this location. That's great. A couple more turrets here. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. Okay, so we do have, like, quite a sort of coordinated kill zone. Whether or not it's going to be enough, I don't know. Also, yeah, we do kind of cater for the orcs that are going to come down this way. The cannons are doing really, really good stuff. A couple of enemies are getting through. Also worth noting that there are a lot more enemies this time. Also, the occasional explodey enemy is making quite a difference. I mean, this is looking really good. This is looking really, really good. You know what? Even if we don't end up doing it on this occasion, I think a quick little repositioning of like this tower over here, not bad at all. And the cannons will continue. There we go. Get you exploded. Get you exploded as well. Yeah, that was really, really good. A couple of sort of like repositioning cases would be great. I would love another cannon tower. I'm going to take that. I would love some better penetration. 33. That's roughly the same sort of value. That's better. Additional shots per second. Sure. Sure. Okay, one more. One more cannon. Is this cannon going to end up clipping the edge? No, it looks like it goes straight through. That's great. Okay, so with more cannons and more penetration, we should be onto a winner there. Yeah. I think that is good. Oh yeah, I was going to reposition you just to make you a little bit more useful. But to be honest, I don't think that we're likely to win on this round anyway. We're going to need to get a few more kills regardless. That being said, holy cow. The penetration on the cannons is great. And I am super happy that I ended up taking penetration as an option on the gunner turrets as well. Yeah. That penetration is absolutely doing wonders. Are we going to do this? Surely not. Oh my goodness gracious me. Wow. That was really, really quick. And a lot of that was due to the exploding orcs pushing everybody back. That was really good, in fact. 4 damage, additional chance. Yeah, I'd like all of those things, but I'm not sure that it's really necessarily a priority. Tower damage stats. I'm gonna take this. It's not a sexy option, but it is worth it. Right. Every 5th shot of the cannon is bigger and has more penetration. I will take that. You know what? Sure, I'll take it. I think rapid fire maybe would have been the correct choice for me there, but you know what? Screw it. Screw it. Give me a bigger explosion radius. That just allows me to finish enemies off a little bit easier. Let's go and see what we've got going on here. Right, let's have a little experimental overview. This is going to be a challenge because I don't think that I have enough. I don't think that I have enough towers to do that much damage. Wow, we just got loads of money for doing absolutely nothing. That's really nice. That's really good. Let's get that tech tree finished off. Missile points, etc. Let's go and do it. Okay, so cannon. Cannon needs to go there. Cannon needs to go here. We've got 4 cannons. Cannon needs to go there. Cannon needs to go here. I think this is the more valuable cannon. Actually, tell you what, why don't I do this? That's a bit better. And then do we just have a spray and pray sort of situation? Like a large area. So we need to be pretty careful about how many bits of weaponry we deploy in each area. This feels not good. Honestly. This feels not good. But you know what? We're going to try it anyway. I don't love the cannons facing backwards. That feels like a mistake. But you know what? If it ends up working out, then maybe it's worth it. It's good in the sense that it does give us the maximum. Nah, we should just have 2 cannons here. We should just have 2 cannons here. That is absolutely what we should do. Yeah, 2 cannons there. That's fine. Okay, run it back. Run it back. Let's see what we can do. Okay, the big shot on the cannons. Yeah, not seen that before. I saw it last time, but I wasn't really paying attention. The big shot on the cannons is good. Definitely seems like it has a larger sort of hitbox, and it is able to deal a lot more damage. This is going to be a tricky one. This is going to be a tricky one. Oh, I still have an extra resource. A laser beam. Mortar. Tesla coil. Tesla coil sounds kind of cool. Let's take a Tesla coil. Additional damage to the Tesla coil? Maybe. I'm going to take tower damage stats. 1% chance that orcs become silver after spawning. Silver grants additional rhombuses. Okay. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. I don't hate that at all. I think I would like, actually, cannon... Give me a cannon meter range. And then some penetration upgrades. I don't think that's going to be enough to do the job, but that's okay. Tesla coil? Oh, what about a Tesla coil that impacts both sides? Let's give that a shot. So this is... Oh, we got damage stats now. Great. Great. Let's see how this all works out. So the Tesla coil zapping multiple orcs at a time. Doesn't look like there's any sort of, like, value to having it in the middle. In fact, it is doing so little damage that it's almost irrelevant. My missile is pathetic. It is absolutely ridiculously pathetic. I think I'm going to invest in more gunner towers. Going to invest in more range. Going to invest in more damage as soon as I can afford it. This just does not feel very good. Let's put you into that position there. We get one more gunner tower. Let's put you over here. And let's do something like that. Sure. Just to sort of pepper the enemies up a little bit. Feel like I'm really not getting great value from my cannons here. Yeah. I almost feel like the cannons just have to have... If this is going to be the walkway... If this is going to be the walkway here, we just have to be... We have to be focused. We have to be focused way more. Right there. There. Try that. I just think it's too varied. There we go. Good. Okay. So that gives me, like, laser accuracy. And as long as these cannons are hitting, yeah, then that proves that it's worthwhile. And in fact, actually, ironically, looks like most of the enemies that we are seeing come through here are on the top where the cannons are not present. That's actually quite a good sign. Give me another cannon. One more cannon tower. Yeah, I'll take another cannon tower. And then I will also take some gunner upgrades. I'll take speed upgrades. I'll take a shot per second on the cannons. I'll take one of those. And you know what? I will actually take some health points this time. I don't think that health points are good to get. I mean, it's not really a good investment in the sense that we are always going to want to full clear a level anyway. So what's the point of even bothering to spend money on extra health? But you know what? Maybe it'll unlock something new that I'm going to be interested in checking out. Right. So ironically enough, I don't think that we're a million miles away from being able to clear this, even if we have some breakthroughs here. One more machine gun turret right up here, and maybe another machine gun turret over there as well would be good. Yeah. It's the chonky boys. It's the chonky boys on the back line that have just got a lot of HP that is causing some issues. But that being said, that was the best that we have done ever, actually. Explosive orcs. Yeah, I really want to get some damage down to the explosive orcs. I will take an extra 10% at the end of battle. Additional damage on the Tesla coil. Feels so meh. There must be another gunner. Gunner damage, 90. Yeah, it's right there. It's right there. So we need 102 in order to get some more gunner towers. So I basically need another 200 in order to get some more gunner towers. That's fine. I think I'm just going to run it back a couple of times, and then once I have done that, we should have some more money, which we can spend on some more towers. Right, I've got about 600 rhombuses in the tank at the moment. We're about to lose this, so that is fine. Up to now, what is it, 868. Not too bad. So, I did say that I was going to get additional gunner towers. I will do that. But I also think I was having a look. I was having a look at what was happening, and I think the real issue is what happens to the high HP units. So if they are not killed by the cannon, then they just kind of get bumped out of the way. So I think what we want to do, is not more cannon towers. It's penetration. It's range, actually. I think it's range that we're looking for here. So I'll get a couple of levels into that. Penetration is not bad. Damage, I think, is better. Yeah, we'll get that bumped up to the top. We'll get fire rate increased, and we will get... Oh, sure. Automatic missiles. Missiles are now fired continuously. Click once to toggle firing on and off. Absolutely, that sounds great for me. Right, I think we can do this. We've got 2 additional cannons to place down. And I think we'll get you in there. We'll get you in here. Is that going to be enough? I mean, with the fire rate that we've got, I don't love the arc that we've got here. There we go. Look at this. This is great. Okay, at least we've got an easier time firing missiles. There we go. That's good. You've got through, but that's okay. I'll just try and target the little sneaky ones. I think that penetration, I think that length of cannon fire, which I didn't even check before the level began, but it's quite significant now. And with the occasional big shots, come on. Come on. No. No. Okay, well we were gonna blow that anyway, but I think we'll do it. I think we will actually do that. That is kind of ridiculous, to be honest. I am quite impressed with that. 500 points. That's really, really, really flipping good. That is really, really good. Gain 113 at the end of the battle when playing at level 3.1 or higher. I mean, why would I not? I feel like investing in the economy early on, it's just a great decision. Just a really, really good decision. I'm gonna take additional penetration. I'm gonna take additional range, and then I'm gonna focus in on the economy stuff. Yeah, reduce the number of kills, and then we'll get gain resources as well once we have sorted that out. And we're almost at level 3.1 anyway. We can still earn a few more cheeky resources here. Here we go. Get stuck in there. Yeah, so the issue is less... The issue is basically entirely due to the fact that... Come on. Yeah, amazing. We're still on course to win. Maybe not for long, but yeah. Anyway, the issue is basically when enemies get bumped out of the way. That does seem to be... There we go. That does seem to be the major sort of issue that I have. Come on. We need to get like a little bit of a lead on them. Nice. Can we do a bit more? Hey! I can't believe it. We did it. Amazing. That's good. That's a nice little bonus. So, additional shots fired. The cryo beam. I just don't feel like I want a cryo beam. I just don't care about that. Give me rapid fire. Sure. That's quite nice. That is quite nice. Any upgrades that we can get? Not really. Additional orc chance. I don't hate any of the sort of like missile improvement stuff. I tell you what, I'll get one in explosive orcs. But I did say after that we got to go all in on the economy. And I still think that is the case. Right, things are starting to get a little bit busy here. I suppose I can throw in a couple of missiles here. Look at how zoomed out I need to be in order to do this. So the enemies are all trying to come out to here. This is a really, really nice kill zone. This is a lovely kill zone here. This is a nice kill zone as well. So early on, I'm seeing a potential cannon spot, right? In fact, I'm seeing a double potential cannon spot. Right here. Right here. That is great. Then there's also this area up here, which I think would make for another good cannon spot. Ideally. Yeah, see, we don't want to have the cannon sort of like We don't have the cannons passing over too much ground. Because otherwise you decrease the effectiveness of it. I don't think that's terrible. Tesla Tower, sure, throw that down anywhere. It doesn't really matter. And then nice and focused over here. And to be honest, I think we just kind of try and have it as focused as possible so that it needs to do less moving around. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Is that really all that we can expect? I think so, to be honest. If we're gonna be confronting the enemy in this location, then we should be fine. I also kind of want to put this in here. Yeah. Ideally, to try and, like, bump them round this area. And also, obviously, to just deal a little bit of damage. But we don't want to end up diverting anybody too far. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're definitely going to do better than we did last time, because it was kind of open season last time. The explosive orcs in this funnel area here, really, really nice. This is actually working quite well. Doesn't look like anybody's kind of coming around this way. I suppose I can try and finish people off here, but it doesn't really matter. This definitely needs work. Like, this cannon situation, I don't love. This cannon situation, I absolutely love. And you know what? With a few penetration upgrades, I think this will be a really, really, really effective killing corridor. Yeah, I think so. Okay, 481. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. I will take you. Do I care about anything else? No. Shots fired? No. I would like penetration, please. There we go. That's good. HP? Nah. I guess I'll just get missiles upgraded. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, at least we know that we're going to get a guaranteed increase in the amount of damage that we're going to get dealt, or the damage that we're going to deal. Do you know what? Let's do one more cannon tower over here. Let's take you out of commish. Let's throw another cannon tower over there, and then let's put another one over here. I don't love the positioning of any of these towers, to be honest, but it's kind of better than nothing. Yeah. Yeah, this... I just feel like... Yeah, I know, need to be engaging in the missile stuff. Yeah, look at this. Look at this corridor up here. That is great. That is super effective. 3 cannon towers there is absolutely brilliant. Also, look at the amount of damage that we're doing with the cannon versus doing with the gunner. That is what I would expect to see, because this is such an effective choke point. It's really good. Yeah, so pretty much no chance that we're going to manage to accomplish things here. But I think if we want to run it back, right? If we want to run it back, I'm gonna redo this over here. Put the cannon over there. Put another cannon over here. And then let's create a bit more of a kill zone in this area. Yeah. Yeah. That feels a little bit better. Feels a little bit better. We will see imminently how well that ends out. How well that ends up doing. Definitely the cannons. I like the cannons a lot better. I like the cannon fire a lot better. That is good. And even the dregs are kind of funneled in a way that is quite useful, quite nice. Still a little bit too many. A little bit too many orcs to deal with over here, but that's okay. Maybe, honestly, an upgrade or two to the explodey boys. That would probably be okay. I love the fact that the top channel is just working, like, perfectly. That is really good. That is really good. Explode. Explode. God, you got a lot of HP. You got a lot of HP there. That's fine. Right. Gain 300. No, we don't need that. Maybe the Tesla Tower. Maybe. I can't really Can't really bring myself to do it. I'm going to get some more cannon towers, you know? I'm going to get maximum number of cannon towers, maximum amount of penetration, a few more shots per second. And you know what? Let's upgrade the gunners as well, because I've not done that for, like, a little while. Yeah, that seems decent. So we've got another... Got another 2, and honestly, I think that's kind of... I think we're kind of cooking with that, to be honest. Because the... Yeah, that is really nice. The only issue is when there is knockback. Like, see there, where we don't end up killing them? We still end up dealing a massive amount of damage, but it's those big shots that kind of, like, knock everyone out of contention. All right. Can I even do anything about this? I don't even know if I can. Okay, well, we'll certainly try. That's nice. Big boy. Ugh. You know, if we... if we're able to do this right now, which we're absolutely not going to be able to do, I'd be very happy. Come on. Come on. We're going to be close as well. We're going to be really close. Okay. The issue is here. 100% the issue is here. There's just like too much of a bottleneck that ends up occurring. Kind of cool though. Kind of cool to see and work with. Makes me think that maybe the idea of like a mortar to dissipate everything would be kind of cool. 2-meter explosion radius. I'm also thinking, maybe controversially, maybe my missiles need to be improved a little bit. Tell you what, no. Let's improve the gunner range. Let's see if there is anything else that we need. I don't think there is. I don't think there is much more that we really need to do in order to get everything working appropriately. If I maybe throw in a few more shots over here. Also thinking maybe we could get one of these towers. Yeah, here we go. Maybe we could get one of these gunner towers punted in at the end of the process. Ironically enough, this is now the problematic route, the top route. There we go. I'm going to try and strategically place my missile here so that we don't allow anybody to kind of surge out. There we go. Because we are kind of close to getting this done. It's just those pesky moments where that knockback occurs. Yeah, that is funny. That is absolutely ridiculous. Tell you what though, that's not a bad showing. Oh, it's so good. Tell you what, when those cannon shots land, oh, that feels so good. That feels so good. That feels so good. Can I get one more gunner tower? Yeah, let's do it. Let's take increased damage. 3 upgrades and increased damage. That's quite a large investment in damage, and I actually think that is going to be enough. I think it is going to be enough. I think it is going to be enough. Let's do that there. And I think we might be okay. Because these guys are going to be doing more damage. These guys are going to be doing more damage. We could probably, like, move one of these turrets, actually. There we go. Go get stuck in with the missiles. I love this kill zone down here. It's cool. Right, let's see. There we go. Immediately, you're going to die. Very nice. Because as long as we can kind of keep... And I think this is going to be a sort of, like, lesson to learn for future levels. As long as we can keep the number of orcs dissipating onto other attack corridors, then I think we will be okay. But it's issues like this where there's a big old crush, and then there's a knockback incident, and then suddenly we're in trouble, you know? Also, that was fat lot of use there. Come on. Come on. Come on. I think we can do this. I think we can do this. Occasional little missile interventions. There we go. I don't like the knockback on the flipping missiles. Come on. Need to land these things. No way. No way. Ugh. Ah. Ah. I survived. I got a little bonus, so that's kind of nice. Laser beams, maybe? Mortar? I did say that I wanted a mortar. I also kind of like the idea of a flamethrower. You know, flamethrower is speaking to me right now. We're going to take the flamethrower. I think that's an active weapon. It could be a tower. I'm not sure. 2 penetration, 1 shot per second. Additional penetration. Oh, do I not have gunner penetration? Let's do a leveling gunner penetration then. That seems like an absolute no-brainer. And you know what? I will actually take some upgrades in my missiles. There we go. Okay, so that's going to make the missiles slightly better and easier to use. Let's run back 3.1 one more time. Okay, so the flamethrower is an active weapon. Oh, I see. Okay, this is fine. Well, this is perfect. Ideally, we want it to be as forward as possible, right? So that we can hit as many as we can. Ooh, very cool. Okay. I suspect it's not going to deal much damage. Okay, make sure that I'm pummeling into the right location so that we don't have that happening. Okay, well, it's good. It's good. The flamethrower is doing good damage. It's not anywhere near the cannon levels. Also, you can see that these orcs look very singed. Do you know what? It could be something. It could be something. If I hadn't invested in cannons earlier, we would probably have had a few more upgrades in the flamethrower tower right now, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But it does help just sort of soften the enemies up, I feel. That's quite nice. And the good news is that basically the entire arc of this flamethrower is getting damage out, which is really nice. My pathetic little missile launcher here. There we go. It is doing a little bit more damage, so it's slightly less pathetic than it used to be. There we go. Here come the big cannon shots. Beautiful. Okay. We end up causing a little bit of an incident here. That's fine. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. That is really, really nice. Okay, what upgrades can we get here? Strafing run, active ability. Okay, so this is definitely an active ability. So the mortar is a tower, but this is an active ability. Well, given that it's between that or a cryo beam, I don't care about a cryo beam. A strafing run sounds freaking amazing. Not gonna lie, it sounds absolutely brilliant. Cannon damage, yeah, maybe. Maybe cannon damage. Ticks per second. What do I want? What do I want? That's the real question. I feel like if in doubt, we just go back to the economy. Reduce the number of kills, gain 10% at the end of the battle. Yeah, we should be getting economy stuff. And you know what? Let's go for some flamethrower upgrades. We're only going to have one flamethrower actually on the pitch at any given time. Oh boy. Okay, is this going to work out just exactly as I think it's going to work out? Yeah, it is. And honestly, I don't love it. What am I seeing immediately? Well, we've got an opportunity for... The scale of this game is huge. It's really, really cool. So, a couple of things. We got an opportunity for a cannon up here. Let's sort of see what we can do. So, cannon, most importantly, up here. This is flipping massive. Cannon up there. There's obviously cannon opportunities down the center. But I think we need to be... Yeah, 2 cannons in there. 1 cannon in there. Cannon over here. Cannon there. And there was also units that came down. So we need to be mindful of that. Cannon here. Yeah, see, cannons are good, but they're not, like... They're not the solution to everything. That in there. Still need to have coverage here. This is a good little kill corridor. I've not even dealt with the enemies in the middle here. Sure, do something like that. Tesla Tower. This is the time for the 2 most useless buildings that I've got to step up. Somehow. Not convinced. Not convinced. Right, let's do that in there. And then we need to just build up a bit more of a defense over here. How's that gonna work out? Have I covered most bases? Not this one over here. Yeah, I feel like it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Right, the towers are all placed, filled in a few gaps here. Let's go and see how this ends up working out. I'm not confident at all, to be honest. We do have the strafing run, which I'm pretty excited to use. Yeah, let's go and see this in action, shall we? Okay, it's good. It's really good. This is an absolute disaster zone, to be honest. This is an absolute flippin' disaster zone. Wow. This is gonna take quite a significant amount of investment to get. I'm gonna take that to get locked in. Silver orc value. Sure, we'll invest in the economy. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Right. Yeah, this is gonna be a challenging one. This is gonna be a really challenging one. Let's see again. Let's see again. Let's do. There we go. Strafing run. Nice. And then missiles away. So I think this is going to be the issue. This is going to be the issue right over here. This is going to be the issue. Is it a cannon solution? That's the problem. That's the problem. Could be flamethrower, actually. Could be flamethrower. +1 flamethrower tower, +2 flamethrower tower. Let's get a few more flamethrower towers. Let's get 1, 2 range upgrades. Anything else that we want to grab? No, but I think flamethrower towers might just be the thing that we are after. Now that we've got increased range, that should be better. It means that we can basically cover all of these escape vectors in one fell swoop. This is cool. This is cool. Nice. Let's get strafing operation going. Very nice. Okay, so the strafing is pretty goated, to be honest. Oh my giddy ant. There are so many of them. There's so many different points. I think we need to invest in our cannons as well. Like, this cannon clearly is not able to keep up with all the demand. Additional cash. We'll do it. I need to invest in the economy. Burn duration. Damage per tick. Let's do it. Also, more cannons. I definitely need more cannons. I don't think it's going to make any bit of difference. I think I'm just going to let things run for a little bit and then come back after I have saved up a little bit of coinage. Tell you what, let's do strafe and run here so that we can try and get a maximally large number of kills, because I'm not worried about stopping the enemies. I'm only worried about sort of collecting coinage. Yoink that up again. Any other economy bits and bobs? No, we'll take more damage to you. Right. I'm gonna pay a bit more attention to what's going on. Yeah, sure. Okay, that was a bit of a misclick, but that's fine. Pay a bit more attention to what's going on in terms of tower damage here. I'm surprised this area is not more of a problem. Yeah, so what are we looking at? Level bonus is a lot. Bonus. Level bonus is the most, then followed by secondary bonus. So basically, this is kind of what we want. Okay, I'm going to spend a couple of minutes getting a whole bunch of additional bonus resources and economy upgrades so that we can just accelerate our progress that little bit quicker. Once I've done that, we'll loop back around and see where that leaves us. Right, well, the economy tree has been fleshed out, and in fact, I've actually thrown in some upgrades erroneously into this node, which doesn't even apply yet, because I'm not even fighting on level 4.1. Now we need to think about how we are going to beat this level, which is going to be a bit of a tricky one, I think. Emergency supplies. Okay, that's actually kind of interesting. Yeah, that is kind of interesting. So I think we need to lean into cannons more. Don't get me wrong. I like other stuff, but we gotta focus up on cannons. And cannons, I think, are gonna be, you know, it's some relatively cheap upgrades. There we go. Relatively cheap upgrades that we're able to get that will be able to change things a little bit. I need more cannons though. That's the problem. And I need the cannons to be in better positions. I don't love 3 cannons being over here. Like, this is fine for the most part. Let's maybe get you down into this area. See if that makes a difference. I honestly don't really think that it will. However, look at the fire rate of those cannons now. Okay, that's pretty good. That is definitely an improvement. What I don't, however, love is that there is a lot of sneaky little enemies getting through here. Yeah, some really good numbers coming through at the end, but just not good enough. We do 1 damage, so when we get more, we can get more gunner towers. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, strafing. I don't really need strafing damage, to be honest. Explosive orcs. Radius. I think, you know what? I really think that I want to do bullets have a 10% chance to penetrate burning enemies without consuming penetration. See, that's really good. That's really good if we can get that. Increase all damage to burning orcs by 5%. Again, that feels like a really sort of good thing to do. I'm just honestly totally unsure the best way to tackle this. I think we're going to take you to here, right? Like, you need to do a bit more. There's definitely... Yeah, see, this is not ideal. We can't have the turret just, you know, wasting ammo there. Like, that's... Also, you're literally not doing anything half the time. So we do have to worry about the walls. That is a bit of a problem. We do have to worry about the walls, and yeah, let's put you into that position there. Again, I don't feel like I love that, but I think we kind of just need to... There we go. That's a bit better. We kind of just need to... adapt to where we're seeing wastage. Like, there's a little bit of wastage over here. It's not the end of the world. But we just need to... Yeah. See a cannon, like, right in this position would be really good. We might not need 2 cannons over here now. Let me play again. Yeah, so cannon... Let's take you to there. Cannon over here. Yeah, that's good. Good. And then try and get a spread backwards. How's that look? See, that's not good enough. That's simply not good enough. It's really good when the cannon ends up landing, but when it doesn't, it's completely flipping useless. It's also because it's not done in like a tightly controlled corridor, it just ends up bumping like literally everyone out into a brand new area. This is a tough one. This is a really tough one. Again, I feel like flamethrowers might be the solution to it, but I also feel like they're not the solution to this, you know? It could be as simple as just getting more upgrades in regular turrets. I mean, here's a radical idea. Right? Like, we can remove all towers. We remove all towers, right? What if we just focus all of our defensive capabilities on this area? We can do that there, that there, that there, and this here. Like, this is risky, but probably fine. So everywhere that the enemies can go, we will focus on. So we'll have like some real kill zones here. Good. Put the turret down there. Another tower in there. That's good. So we still have lots and lots of different things that we can do. Put a tower in there, and then one more in there. How about that? Yeah, I don't love it, but it's fine. And then we focus our efforts here, 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 here. That's probably a bit better. Yeah, I don't hate it, to be honest. I don't hate it at all. We'll have one Guardian tower there, and then we'll have other towers here. So basically a completely different approach where we just say, right, well, we're going to completely sacrifice, you know, the opportunity to get any damage onto any of these orcs in the early stages, but then in the latter stages we will be prepared in some pretty gnarly kill zones. I think we're probably going to need to redo some of this. Obviously, this is just kind of trying to squeeze down some turrets so that I can try and get them out of the way. And this area does strike me as particularly concerning, but we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. Okay, strafe, yes. Occasional strafes, I think, would help clear this area out. Good to see that this is actually working. Okay, you know what? That was better. That was definitely better. What I would like to see is you go there. And then you come down here and go in there. That, I think, is going to be something to behold. Is it going to be perfect? No. But it will be better, I think. It will be better. We don't have any direct fire coming this way now. We're going to strafe. Because we know that there's going to be a choke point there. But I don't think a choke point in here is necessarily bad. This feels better. This feels anecdotally better. Yeah, that definitely felt better. And I think that we're onto a bit of a winner. We're onto a bit of a winner with that one. I think we are. Right, cannon upgrades, cannon upgrades, cannon upgrades. Gunner upgrades, gunner upgrades, gunner upgrades. I think we will go for some cheap gunner upgrades. There we go. That's good. And 2 penetration. I think I'll take the penetration upgrade, to be honest, on the cannons. I am all in on the penetration. That's right. I said it. All in on the penetration. I need to just figure out... the... And there's no way that we can, like, block the enemies. As much as I dearly wish that I could. You know, just say, hey, you're not going to be able to get in here. Yeah, sure, we'll do it. Again, bit of a misclick. Not necessarily the end of the world. Okay. Also, these 3 cannons are somewhat redundant. I tell you what, though. It's not half bad. It's not half bad at all. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to take 2 of these cannons and throw them into here. Now, this could work one of 2 ways, right? Like, it could work that... It could work that it will push more enemies down in this direction. Alternatively, it might not, and it actually might end up working out spectacularly well. But I'm just thinking that having 3 cannons here is a little bit of a waste. And I'm hoping that once we get into that sort of, like, big crush that we're starting to see now, we're just going to be able to collect dividends in this specific location. Yeah, sure, throw you down because there's about to be a little bit too much stuff happening there. We have seen 1 or 2 enemies get through. Oh, there is a little bit of activity over here that I didn't really account for. Tell you what, though, those 2 cannons there are just going absolutely gangbusters. Okay, that was far and away the best. That was far, far, far and away the best. And actually, I think we almost got them. We almost got them. If I had a little bit more HP, dare I suggest, I think we could do it. I think we could absolutely do it. I am going to get additional penetration, and then I think we are better getting gun damage. Gun damage or shots per second. I mean, it's the same thing, right? It's like effectively a damage up. It is in effect a damage up. Yeah. So I think this is good. I actually think maybe this cannon could be better deployed somewhere else. Let's maybe get one of you guys to cover this exit here. Yeah, and then get you involved earlier in this area. That seems decent. We might actually also be able to take one of these guns and stick him over here. Yeah, let's do that. So it is a little bit of a weakening of this sort of central area, but given that we've boosted the damage output, I think that should be better. Yeah. So I think this is good. I think this is good. I'm not going to get too involved. This is a nice little kill zone here. Seems to be working. This area seems to be holding. This area seems to be holding better now. Not taking too much damage. I think 1 or 2 enemies have got through, but that's fine. Let's go for a strafing run, just to polish everybody off. Okay. Okay, the central area does need reinforcements. Okay, so clearly that was a little bit too weakened. Not necessarily the end of the world. Okay, we are approaching the limit of what we can do with guns. I think we're going to take some upgrades to the orc explosive capability. I think that is actually going to probably tip us over the line there as well. Okay, I'm going to put you back. I think I regretted having you there. Put it that way. Put it this way, I just don't think it made that much of a difference. It's also kind of difficult to see where the enemy are actually slipping through. Like, it's just not a great background to actually see what's going on. I think it's down at the bottom here, though. But don't quote me on that. Even the dead corpses kind of look... come on. Even the dead corpses kind of merge into the background. Yeah, also this cannon not really doing a whole bunch of useful stuff, is it? There's definitely going to be locations that we can get more bang for our buck with that cannon, that's for sure. That being said, I think we might be able to do this. I'm going to do a bit of strafing there. Yeah, good. Yeah, I think we can do this. I think we can do this on this occasion. Especially if I clear out some of these chumps. There we go. Got him. Yeah, I think we'll do it. I think we'll absolutely do it. This is a tricky one. I want to do it, but I want to think about it. +1 flamethrower tower. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Don't hate it at all. Let's shots, meters. I don't really know what I would like. I mean, if I was to chase the upgrade here, if I was killing all the orcs in the level, I think the best way to do that is literally just to increase the number of shots that we get per second. Yeah, like just more shots per second, more of that. Silver orc value. I've not even seen any flippin' silver orcs. I will take missile damage as well. Missile explosions shoot out 2 shrapnels that deal damage and slow orcs. I mean, I don't hate that either. I don't hate that either. I do feel like we should just try and knuckle down and get this level done before There we go. I'll throw in a strafing run early on, because then we might be able to get another strafing run done. Now, let's get firing my missiles here. There we go. That's good. I'm not really worried about them getting past this point, to be honest. Like, the penetration on the gun turrets is really, really good now. It's just about whether or not we are able to hit the enemies. Yeah, see? Like, there we go. Like, occasionally, one will sneak past. Yeah. There we go. But we've got him. We got him. No sign of any others sneaking past. Oh, there's definitely going to be some sneakers here. Ah, bummer. Bummer. That was a close one as well. 56 out of... 55 out of 50. See, to me that just says... The early strafing run, I think, definitely worked. But I also think that a little bit more fire rates is all that we need to get the job done there. Tesla coil damage? Nah, useless. Okay, run it back. One more time. Well, that did take more than one attempt, but we did it. All orcs killed. Fantastic. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. What do we want to get? Missile explosion, shootout, shrapnel. I feel like that's just not good enough to consider getting. Cryo beam, I'm just so unbothered by. Bullets have a 10% chance to penetrate enemies without consuming penetration. I think we're going to take that. Free penetration chance. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I really do want to... I want to do more with fire. I really want to do more with fire. Anyway, let's get... I don't know, like 1, 2, 3 upgrades. Anything else? No, that's pretty much it. And then let's go and check out level 4.1, which is going to give me some additional rhombuses, because we've already got some upgrades. Right, so immediately seeing some decent opportunities for flamethrowerage right in the center here. That's quite nice. Cannons here, potentially. I kind of like the idea of cannons there. Where else? Yeah, okay. Let's go and have a little look. Also, we just made 2.5k for doing absolutely nothing. Flamethrower here. That's real nice. Flamethrower here. Flamethrower here. And then I'm thinking that because we've got that bullet penetration upgrade, we'll put 2 of them there. And we'll put some cannons right here. That's good. 2 cannons there. 2 cannons there. 2 cannons here. And a few. There we go. A few of these. A few of these in there. Right. Then that leaves us with the need to get another flamethrower in that position. Can I maybe put a cannon here? We get a cannon at either side. And then there. There. And then here. Here. How about that? That feels like I'm covering all bases, I think. Maybe one in there. And one more in there. Tesla Tower can go anywhere because it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, you know what? Let's give this a shot. Let's give this a shot. Let's see how it all ends up working out. We could maybe start to see some of the enemies bleed over to the other side there. But this is fine. And you know what? If we're able to just get... We're able to get maybe a little bit more damage concentrated in the center there. There we go. I'll do a little bit of my own missile firing here. Not like it really makes that much of a difference. Tell you what, though. Kind of holding the enemies off. Kind of holding them off. Okay. I also feel like I need to focus more up on where the enemies are breaking through. It's, yeah, this sort of general vicinity. If I keep the enemies from sort of overflowing too much, then that may mean that we're able to sort of survive in the central area for longer. I think at either side, we're actually completely fine. Let's go into upgrades and let's take, I don't know, maybe an explodey upgrade, cannon upgrades, more cannon towers. You know what? I'll take one more cannon tower. I think actually one more cannon tower will be enough to get this job done, because I've still got 2 cannon towers that I'm not utilizing, and we can get cannon tower up there. We can get you moved over to here. Yep. And we get another cannon tower right up this way. That's what I'm talking about. And then we can get one more weapon just in the middle here. One more, what are they called? Gun towers right in the middle there. It's actually quite nice. Looks quite good. Looks quite good. Maybe these cannon towers could be moved depending on how complicated or how often they are actually utilized. Either way, this is looking pretty decent. Didn't realize that you got past. Don't know where the heck you came from. You must have like gone around this way or something. So far, so good. So far, so good. These cannons, by the way, are completely redundant. We've not had any incursions into this area. Let's get a strafing action, bit of strafing action going. Got to be careful with strafing action, because yeah, that can cause unintended consequences. See, like this. This is kind of, I fear, an unintended consequence of what I did with the strafing run. I don't even know where these units have come from. We might actually end up winning, to be honest. We might actually end up winning, because this is not a lot. This is not a lot of units. Yeah, the cannons. These cannons are just too. They're just too useless. They're just not. They're just not that useful. I think we probably want to get maybe a cannon at either side here, like there, sort of like firing in. That would probably be more useful than the alternative. There are definitely a few enemies that are sort of scraping through here. Wow, okay, so we can pretty much beat this level. I don't think we're gonna beat it now. And even if we are gonna beat it, we still need to come back with a whole bunch of killed units. But that's really good. That is absolutely fantastic. Any additional upgrades that are immediately crying out to me? To be fair, if I did have more health, we would have won there. We absolutely would have won. But that's fine. I'm going to take penetration, and additional damage as well. Let's do it. And then let's do that reorganization that we were chatting about. Yeah, just across here. Just across here. Actually, let's get it like nice and low. Right across the top there. Perfect. Okay, and because we've got a slight increase in the number of cannons that we have, a slight increase in the capability of the cannons that we have, I actually think we might be able to do this. I'm not going to strafe. Maybe going to save the strafe capability until we actually need it. I also think maybe I could do a slightly better job of angling the flamethrowers so that they're always sort of like actively engaged. But I'm not too bothered about it. Also, look at the amount of impact that these 2 cannon turrets are having. Oh, you're going to end up dying. That's fine. A couple of people getting through here. That's okay. There's a few enemies waiting, but so far, literally not a single enemy has made it past the midpoint of the map. That fills me with a great degree of confidence, actually. God, this is a kill zone. This is a real kill zone over here. That means business. I don't even want to... I've not even done anything with my missiles yet. I feel like I don't want to unless I have to, as I did just there. But, because otherwise we might end up bumping sort of perfect rhythm out of this. Come on. Don't do this to me, video game. Not one, just one individual. Okay. Good. Good. Nice. Okay. That's it. That's all the enemies. That's all the enemies. Come on. I think we can do it. Hey, we can do it. There's 2 left. Hey, we absolutely nailed it. Okay, and that was really, really, really positive. I have not invested in any economy upgrades in a while, so I think I'm going to do it. Upgrade upgrades. Increase the chance of some orcs spawning. What do I have? A grenade launcher? Fires grenades that create lingering clouds, slowing enemy orcs caught within them. See, I think that's good. But I also love the mortar. I think we got to take the grenade launcher because that's just going to allow me to slow down, like, everywhere. Also, increase damage to burning orcs by 5%. I'm absolutely going to take that. Plus 5% damage, up to 10% damage. That is literally validating the flamethrower unit. Like, that is really good. Okay, let's have a quick little run through. See what we are going to be faced with here. This feels pretty nasty, to be honest. This feels pretty darned nasty. 4K. That's pretty good. How did we get 1 kill? How did that happen? Oh no, we got 0 kills and one rhombus. I mean, okay, so what's the best place? What's the best place to put in some turrets here? I'm thinking that this is a no-brainer, right? Like every sort of position, every position here needs to be guarded. At least on some very basic level. Okay. Some very, very basic level. That will consume a lot of my turrets. Next thing that I probably want to do is get the cannons sorted. So there. And we'll also get like there. So that's looking pretty decent. Probably more, actually. Yeah, see, this is where I would really value some additional range. Some additional range would be great here. Although, look at this. Got some backwards firing. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of having backwards firing turrets, actually. This is ever so slightly different. It's slightly different from one side to the other, which is not the end of the world, but is something to consider. Okay. That's good. Let's deploy... I mean, where's the best place for flamethrowers? Doesn't really matter. Oh, the grenade tower. I don't know. Oh. Oh. Here? Sure. Let's get you in there. And then, should I just have like a nice wide... Yeah, maybe we need to try some different strategies. We'll have some wide angles, which I feel is not the best, but we will do it nonetheless. Let's put turrets in the sort of key areas here. There we go. And we're going to change you around so you just do... You have a smaller firing arc. There we go. And you are going to be just... That's exactly the same. Okay. I think this will be decent. I don't think it'll actually win for us. Yeah, we'll strafe a little bit. Just to sort of stop the enemy for a little bit longer. Yeah, so there are definitely some weak points, obviously, as we lose there. The real question is, what is the best way of countering said weak points? Could very well be with more gunner towers. Don't hate that at all. I also feel like part of the answer might be flamethrower towers. I kind of want to pog out the flamethrower towers a little bit. They're pretty darn cool. Okay, let's run it back again. Yeah, so these cannons are really, really good, really valuable. But there's just too many enemies sort of like coming in. There we go. We'll put that in there. That'll stop them coming a little bit. Is there anywhere where the turrets are basically useless? I don't think so. I think we just need more turrets now. Or maybe even I want to... Maybe I should reposition the turrets that I kind of just threw into the mix there. Let's get... free penetration chance. Sure. Any other upgrades that I want to get? No, there's not really that many cheap upgrades. That's the only thing. I've kind of got all the cheap upgrades. Right. Let's throw in this to here. Let's throw in you to there. How about that? Right. So we still have 1, 2 kind of like semi-useless towers that are almost certainly going to need to be redeployed to this location. But I think that'll work out a little bit better. Yeah. We're definitely doing some good damage. Let's throw you into there. Throw you up there. A little tweak. Good. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that we had a grenade launcher. Right. So that's two gun turrets on the sort of areas where I think we need it most. We have obviously taken them away from other things, but that's okay. Also, I'm kind of thinking that we need to be... These cannon towers are fine, but I think that they need to be in this location here. Like, they need to be firing up and down these lanes. Yeah, that's maybe something that we can improve upon. How much damage are my flamethrower turrets doing? That's what I would like to know. Let's complete 3 upgrade trees there. 1 damage. Yeah, we'll take some more damage for our gun turrets. There's so much good stuff to upgrade, though. That's the thing. Yeah. Yeah, so here's what I was currently thinking. Let's take you... Put you... over... this way. Let's see. Let's see if that ends up working. See, this is okay. This is why I kind of wanted to trial with 1, because that is obviously firing nowhere and it is completely useless. Do you know what? I actually liked it. I liked it more. I liked it more when it was working like this. Here we go. Yep. Good. Good. Right, try again. Maybe a general strafe through this area is not a bad idea. I also don't think there's any more cannon range upgrades that we can get. Oh, this feels good, though. This feels good. This feels good. You maybe need to be positioned ever so slightly closer to the edge here so that you have a better coverage area. But actually, it's not the end of the world. Right. Fully upgrade that. Could do with getting some more gunners. I think, to be honest, part of the solution is just more towers. More towers. Kind of necessary. Right. So yeah, you need to be positioned closer to the edge over here. Need to kind of have a little bit more of a specific firing angle. Actually, no, you want to be over there. That's better. Okay, same with you. Be a little bit more careful about how we position these things. Also, yeah, grenades. Grenades. What do they do? There we go. It's pathetic. It's absolutely, completely useless. Okay. Fine. Food for thought, more so than anything else. Let's go and get a strafing run, just so that we can get some extra kills in here. And actually spreads out the orcs in quite a nice fashion, that they do enter the kill zone in quite a decent position. So you are currently letting a lot of orcs through, which I don't love. I think it was a good decision to have the flamethrowers on the early two towers. I will say that much. That feels really decent. Additional damage. You know what? No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run it back a couple of times and get enough money to get 2 more gunners. I think that's all that we're going to need in order to make this work. Okay, let's get 1, 2 gunner towers. That leaves me with a little bit of spare change. I'll take a 20-meter increase. That feels pretty good. Okay, so with 2 additional turrets, and actually the turrets now have better range than ever before, we should be in a fantastic position. Right. And we can do it, you know? I think we can do it. If we can't, we're going to be darned close. We're going to be really, really, really close. I need to probably, yeah, get stuck into a few of these, like, little escape ramps at the very end. Because that is likely to be what causes biggest chance for breakthrough. Man, my missile system is not good. My missile system is miserably bad. Although, I mean, generally, we seem to be holding. There's quite a lot more enemies to come. Let's throw in... There we go. Throw in an aircraft just to do a little bit more. I can't believe that I actually did that there. Okay, good. Any chance that we stop everyone else? Tell you what, we'll probably win it this time. Yeah, we will probably... We'll probably win, although there's a lot more units coming through than ever before. Yeah, so we're... Okay, you know what? I need to be more attentive. Where's the breakthrough? Where's the breakthrough area happening? I mean, not anywhere in particular. This area is... Yeah, that got a little bit hairy over there. But that's actually not terrible. Okay, we might not manage. That's fine, though. 12,000 points is pretty ridiculously good, to be honest. Do you know what? Additional health points? 20 health points? I'll take more health points. I'll take more health points. Let's do it. Complete that fully. An additional flamethrower tower. Complete that fully. And... missile damage. Do you know what? Yeah, I've not invested in missile damage for such a long flipping time. So let's go and do it. Right, flamethrower tower. Let's do it. I don't think there's anywhere else that we could more realistically do a better job with the flamethrower tower. I think that's fine where it is. Already seeing breakthroughs. That's not ideal. Okay, well, I was kind of hoping that we'd have a little bit more success than that. Okay, well, we've let a few through anyway. Yeah, I think we might manage to get this done. Also, this grenade launcher is, ugh, it's doing a bad job. It's doing a bad job. I don't like it. I don't like it. I also feel like these cannons. This feels like a not great map for cannons, to be honest. It does look kind of cool, though. Well, we've got another 4,000 units remaining. And I think we have a pool of health that now will be large enough to sustain... There we go, throw in a strafing run there. I think we got a pool of health that is going to be large enough to sustain however many enemy units are going to be coming at me. Now, it does, of course, mean that we're not going to be fully nabbing all of... destroy you if I can. Nope. Okay. It means that we're... Yeah, 20,000. Holy cow. It means that we're not going to be getting all of the bonuses, but that's not too bad. Emergency supplies? Yeah, I think I kind of want to do that. That's pretty decent. Let me see. So what's next? So we can get that. Survive the level, we get some more stuff. Okay, I mean, I'm interested in getting emergency supplies, but also if I didn't have to get emergency supplies right now, maybe that's not a bad idea. A laser turret. I feel like a laser turret would be kind of goated. More flamethrower towers. Yeah, let's do some flamethrower improvements here, because they are cheap as chips for what I think we're getting here. Just feels like good value for money. Okay, anything else? No, and I do need to finish out the gunner upgrade tree. Yeah, that does feel important. I'm not gonna mess around. I'm not gonna mess around with the other one quite yet. Let's have a quick little look-see at what's going on here. Right. This island right here, this is good value. It's a great value location. Oh, yeah. This spot right here. This spot right here. Yeah. Holy cow. That is like nothing else I have ever seen. Well, we might as well get some upgrades, I suppose. It's fine. Anything flamethrower related? I kind of want to get more flamethrower related stuff, but I also want to finish out the gunner tree, of which we are very close to doing. Right, so what did I say? This island was really good, really useful. We will focus fire 4 cannons here. That seems like a great place to start. Yeah, you know what? Let's just build it up. Let's build it up bit by bit by bit. So we'll see if that makes an impact. I need to keep an eye on what's going on over here a bit more. So yeah, you're going to come down this way. So we need to get stuff on this island as well. Okay. I like this a lot. I like this a lot here. So stuff on these islands and then stuff on this island here. Top, yeah, I will worry about that, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Let's immediately play again, and then we want to get 4 cannons right over here. 1 cannon right up that way. Let's get a... Ooh, that's some good range on the flamethrower now. Some flamethrower activity right there, and then let's immediately have 1, 2, 3. We'll get another flamethrower right over here. Flamethrower over here. Flamethrower over here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. See, but then that makes me think if I'm gonna be doing that, then I might as well get the cannons to be in position over here and get more bang from a buck. Yeah. Let's do that instead. And I suppose the same could be said for this setup. Okay, the other thing that I want to do is this. Ideally, we want to try and funnel the enemy back down into this area here. Let's get a Tesla tower. It's so useless. Grenade launcher. Don't really care. Over there, sure. And then I think maybe even more concentrated firepower in this area. Concentrated firepower here. That's good. It's not bad anyway. One more flamethrower. Here. Okay. I think ideally we don't want to be doubling up like flamethrower activity. This is like, yeah, so this is not good. This is not good. It's not terrible though. It does give us guaranteed coverage. It does give us guaranteed coverage, but it does mean that we're not going to be able to get as effective of a setup as we possibly could. These guys are not looking great. But then again, they don't have to be. They just kind of have to protect against this. So there is a massive choke point that stops us from getting the job done here. Yeah, and then we are of course going to lose. But hey, that's better than nothing. That is better than nothing. Let's have a little look at the upgrades because I feel like we're kind of at the limit with what we can do with current technology. Emergency supplies to get missile shrapnel, maybe? Maybe? More flamethrower towers. Maybe it's time to step into the world of the Tesla coil. Maybe that could be it. The real question is, right, can we kill the enemies fast enough to stop them piling up? Because if we can do that, then we can basically remove these units here and instead redeploy everything to another location. Let's take cannons. Put them here. Take cannon from there. Put him here. Flamethrower tower. Put it here. Okay. This might end up working out slightly better. It might end up working out slightly worse. I'm just kind of hoping that we can deal enough damage to start killing them early on. I'm also thinking maybe I want to just straight up not admit defeat, but like instead of putting the flamethrower towers like halfway through the map, maybe I just stick them at the very... Maybe I stick them at the entrance. Maybe I stick them at the entrance. Alternatively, the other conclusion might be that we just want to have much more... I mean, this is such an incredibly large number of enemies. And it's definitely better to have these sort of choke points to slow the enemy down, but it just feels like maybe something at the start would be better, would be more effective. Let's do one upgrade to gunner fire rates, missile damage, and give me some orc explodey chance as well. Again, I don't know if that's going to make much of a difference. Let's try again. Let's try again. The explodey rate is good. Let's see. I feel like if we were to put turrets here, we just would not be able to get anything done because we would just pretty much immediately see the enemies like overflowing. This is a pretty useless. It's a pretty useless flamethrower, I think. This is good. This is working as it should. Until, yeah, there we go. Until the enemies start to overflow. This is also decent. Also, my strafing is no longer killing the enemies, so that is no bueno. Do you know what the other alternative solution that we have, which I did not consider, and actually now I'm thinking is the best option that we do have? Let me run it back. Let me remove all of this, which is kind of ridiculous because it is a lot of work to place them all out. But I think this might actually be the best way to do it. Because there's only two routes that the enemies can come at the bottom here. We're kind of out of luck because this is a bit of a harder area to defend. But it does mean that we can kind of focus our efforts resolutely on this area here. There we go. Yeah. Okay, good. We want to be as focused as we possibly can, and then we just want to have, there we go, turrets literally every direction that we possibly can. Ideally crossing over with the flamethrowers. And yeah, same over here. There we go. And we've got loads of towers to use. And they should all come right over this sort of edge here. So I maybe want to focus up a little bit more. That's good. In there. Nice. I think this could be... I think this could be kind of great. And one more. That's surely going to be too many turrets in that location, but... Okay, you know what? This is the gauntlet now. This is the real gauntlet. And you know what? I don't need to worry about any of the crushing or anything that happens up there. In fact, any sort of crushing and sort of slowdown is going to work to my advantage, I hope. See? Like, we're just amassing a few A few troops here. Maybe this is going to work out horrifically. I don't know. But I kind of feel like everything is just going to get thinned out a little bit for me, which is kind of nice. And if we're not able to keep the enemy at bay here, then we're going to struggle at other times as well. This is such an incredible amount of firepower that we've got concentrated in this one location. I will say the cannons are not being super useful. The cannons would probably be better over here. This is kind of cool, though, but there is so much. Okay, the enemy are starting to overwhelm me, and then once the shots need to go, here, it is kind of problematic. But I mean, this is absolutely far and away the strategy. And you know what? Those cannons, that cannon fire is coming in clutch. I probably could do with switching the cannons up to here, though, and then just sort of firing into this mix. I think we're still going to lose, but I think we're going to get a heck of a lot closer than we've ever gotten before. And I tell you what, with another few sort of like fire rate upgrades for the cannons, because there's a few upgrades for the cannons that I have yet to get. A few upgrades to the cannons, and I kind of think we'll be there. A little bit of strategic repositioning, perhaps. We probably are over provisioning this choke point here. A few upgrades to, yeah, that's, I mean, they're not getting through in very large quantities. They are being stopped. They are absolutely being stopped. That was unbelievably satisfying. Yeah, that was really, really good. So an upgrade here, an upgrade there. More gunners. I probably don't really need more gunners. Upgrade to the flamethrower, 5% penetration chance. Yeah, so that's good. So we now have a 30% chance of a free penetration hit as long as the target is on fire, which is ridiculously good. Okay, so I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do. I'm gonna rearrange, reorder. Let's actually split the difference. So we'll get 2 up there. We'll get you over here. That's nice. I'm gonna give myself 1 more cheeky turret over here. Fire down into the mix there. Another flamethrower. You know what? Let's throw another flamethrower into the mix. Here. Yep. And just have a slightly wider go at it. Yeah, I think that's better. So we now have a much more sort of concentrated kill zone here. We've got a slightly weaker kill zone in this area. Slightly weaker, but I still think absolutely fine. Now, can we get some of these red boys exploded? The answer to that is not really. Not very easily anyway. I think we did kill a few there, but didn't really make that much of a difference. Yeah. So now look at this cannon fire. That cannon fire is definitely doing a lot of good. Yeah, I need to keep my missiles trained on this system. My missiles do, yeah, literally nothing, but it's fine. Okay, I am maybe a little bit worried about this area now, but to be honest, I think I will cope. Yeah. Let's do strafing run, just to knock everybody back a little bit, weaken everybody. That's fine. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Like there must be like a physical limit to the number of orcs that we can have going through this choke point over here. There we go. I will throw down a few more. See, we're close. We're close. We're close. We're really, really, really close. I think now we will start to see some enemies starting to seep through. Do you know what? Maybe this is a good reason to try and A, increase my strafing capability, and B, try and increase the number of strafing runs that I get per level. God, you can see just how close they're getting to the edge of my... What the heck are you? Oh, were you slowed with grenades? Is that it? That might be the purple effect. Okay. The good news is, I think we have figured out the minimum number... Yeah, okay, there we go. They're about to start breaking through. Although, that is every single enemy that is on the field right now. So there's no more There's no more coming, but that's yeah, it's fine. Very, very close to being able to do it. We've figured out the minimum number of turrets over here. Like, we are absolutely able to hold the enemy off over there. It is literally over here that is the problem. And even that, it's not a huge problem. It's not a huge problem at all. And it's honestly quite a good competition between my two primary turret types, the gunners and the cannons, as to who's going to deal more damage to the orcs at the end of the day. Oh, we did start to see a few little sneaky ones get through, but that's okay. Because, look, at the end of the day, we get ourselves an upgrade to the cannons, we get ourselves an upgrade to the gunners, and we will pretty much be there. And I'm not guaranteeing that on the next occasion we're going to be able to win, but I'm pretty confident, to be honest. Like, I've done a better job than I initially set out to do. A better job than I anticipated initially. Which is very impressive. Right, so. One additional cannon tower. Maybe one additional flamethrower tower. Also maybe. I think I would like... The damage, I think, is better, right? I think the upgrades into damage is literally more valuable than anything else that I could possibly get. 10 meter, 30... 4 meter wide. Can I get an additional strafing run? Yeah, see, that's what I'm after. That's so cheap. 1,000 points is pretty much nothing. Can I go back to this area now? Yeah, can I go back to here and see if we can try and do one more attempt? See, I feel like that would be enough. So we've now got a flamethrower guarding every single area. Let's... It's almost entirely pointless, but sure, I'll put you over there. I don't think that we're going to have any issues now. I've not had a tremendous number of upgrades, but I think the upgrade that really does matter is the penetration upgrade for the flamethrowers. And now we have a 30% chance of penetration. We've got 2 strafing runs as well, so if there are any sort of like cheeky chappies that are able to run through, then I think we... we'll probably manage to get rid of them. This enemy's waiting, but that doesn't really worry me, to be honest. They're not even coalescing. I think I must have more range for the gunner turrets as well. They are doing an incredibly large amount of damage. That being said, the cannons are not doing a bad job either. Yeah, I think we can do this. I think we can absolutely do this. If anybody gets past, it will be entirely due to my own negligence by not being able to spot them. And I don't see any issues so far. Yeah, I mean, literally, everybody that is coming through, every single orc that is coming through, is getting flamethrowered within about a flippin' inch of their life. And then they're being blasted to death with bullets to the end of their life. Oh, you got through, but you were burning. So we got one. Here we go. 1, 2. Come on. Come on. Don't do this to me. There we go. Okay, 3 people that have gotten through. 4 people that have gotten through, and I have managed to dispatch them all. And honestly, I think that is going to be... I think that's going to be it. It's literally just that simple. Amazing, amazing. And we get 15,000 upgrade points as well. Okay, I think we're going to take... the cryo beam. I don't want the cryo beam, but I also don't want the missile shrapnels because I've not done anything with that. You know what? Sure, I'll take the cryo beam. Let's do it. It's an active ability. Fine. Maybe? Maybe? I don't really care that much. I don't really want the grenade tower, to be honest with you. Strafing run's kind of cool. Kind of feel like that's not bad. 1 strafing run use. It's pretty cheap, to be fair. The strafing run is really cheap. Additional damage. Yeah, okay. That's not too bad. I guess we'll see the cryo beam in action now. That'll be kind of nice. Right, let's see. So we've only got 1 use of the orbital cryo beam, but to be fair, we can deploy that when we need it most. We've now got 3 strafing runs, and they are better strafing runs. They're better strafing runs than we have ever had before. Do I have anything else since last time? I think no. I think that's about it. think that's about it. We are okay with this, though. Do I want to maybe move these 2 cannons? Do I maybe want to move these 4 cannons? That's kind of the million-dollar question. Right, let's start pumping the enemy over here. See if we can try and blow up some red boys. This is looking better. This is looking better. Of course, it always looks better early on. Right, what's the... I don't know what the orbital cryo beam will end up looking like. Strafing run, yep, that's pretty easy to tell, but I don't know what the orbital cryo beam is gonna do. So I kind of want to hold off on that for a little while longer. It's fine. Few breakaways, some actually heading up here. Let's have a look at the size of that. Oh, that is juicy. Okay, that feels like a real improvement. Also feels like it came along at just about the right time. So that's kind of nice. Gives me a little bit of respite. I'm going to do another one right here. Just to sort of break it up a little bit. Get a few kills. Thin out the pack a little bit for the guns over here. Yeah. Okay. Don't love the fact that these enemies are getting ever so slightly close. I think they're going to start breaking through now. Although they do still have to go through the cannons as well. Let's get one last hurrah on the strafing run. So that'll do a lot. It's quite nice. And then, should we use the orbital cannon soon? I feel like we can. Let's wait until they get to just about here. Because they are pretty close to breaking through, but not quite there yet. Okay. Let's do the orbital cannon. Oh, I see. Okay, that's kind of interesting. So we just, like, literally get to use it for a limited amount of time. Okay, it's good. It's fine. Let's go back in there with the missiles. No. If we beat this and we lose it by one single unit, I am gonna be I'm gonna be disappointed. But hey, at least we'll have beaten it. I think it's unlikely that we beat it, but oh no, we're gonna beat it by 1 unit, aren't we? Okay, no, we're gonna lose it by 2 units. That makes me feel at least a little bit better. But hey, this was it wasn't even close, actually. We stormed this. We absolutely stormed this. This was great. This was really good. And we're gonna get a ball resource, whatever the heck that is, which is easy enough. I'm gonna invest in more gunners. I feel like that's an absolute no-brainer. I'm gonna do that before I can get tempted with anything else. A mortar or a laser? It's got to be the mortar, right? Ooh, mortar shell explosion shoot out 3 shrapnel that deal damage. Okay, we can do that. I want to see this in action. However, I think that I would like to go back here one more time because that's all that we really need. We need a mortar and we need to be mortaring in this position. I want to see the mortar in action. I don't really care about seeing the rest of the action. I think, honestly, just by deploying this one turret here into a pretty prime bit of real estate, we're going to have no issues at all defeating the enemy here. Yeah, I'm not foreseeing any issues at all. The real thing is what's going to happen to the enemy with regards to the mortar. I think they might get blown back, which is kind of what I would like to see. That being said, how am I going to be able to distinguish what the heck is happening with the mortar and what's not happening with the mortar? It's great. It's done 20 damage. Amazing. But to be fair, we did aim it like right in this sort of like key kill zone area. And a lot of enemies are getting killed before they get to that point. That being said, I mean, eventually it'll do more damage. The flamethrower just does so little damage, doesn't it? But I suppose also explosive orcs. Oh, that's good. That's good. was not paying attention to that value. I suppose the flamethrowers are kind of already... By the time that the enemy are getting to the flamethrowers, at least in this early stage anyway, then they're... The other turrets have kind of already done a large amount of damage, which is kind of good. Which is very, very nice indeed. Right, okay, the mortar is clearly doing, like, absolutely nothing, but that's probably because I put it in a bit of an awkward position. That's not necessarily the end of the world. I still think we're gonna, I still think we're gonna do it here. Let's get a strafing run out, just to alleviate a little bit of the pressure there. That's good. And, yeah, let's jump forward in time to when I have completed this, hopefully, with plenty of life to spare. And therefore, we're going to get ourselves an extra little bonus point. Well, I'm going to do it. Unfortunately, I'm going to do it with a flippin' stupid enemy managed to get through. I simply can't believe that. That is the ultimate slap in the face. No matter. Well, we're going to just get another upgrade into gunner damage. Some more strafing. Yeah, I don't hate that. Actually, you know what I'd rather do? I'd rather get some upgrades into exploding orcs, because that is not something that I've upgraded for a long time, and it is something that I do actually know will do a lot of damage. Okay, we're gonna be able to get through this relatively quickly. Again, I'm gonna skip forward in time, and we are going to be there. Well, no issues on that occasion. Fantastic, just what we like to see. I mean, this was definitely the strategy. I think I'm really happy with how this engagement ended up going. Yeah, that's really, really good. So what are we going to spend our point on? Mortar shell, shootout, shrapnel? I feel like I really don't care about that. I feel like I really, really, really don't care about that. What's this down here? Let's have a look. Nuke? Hell yeah. +1 nuke bomb use? I'm not going to say no, am I? I also want to see, yeah, what these other upgrades are. What do we got? Increase all damage to slowed orcs by 5%. See, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Is that basically the entire tech tree? I feel like... Yeah, 1 additional mortar tower. Great. Just what I always wanted. Okay, so we've not got the laser beam. Emergency supplies. Let's do that. Grenades explode when their duration expires. I think slowed... I think damage to... Increased damage to slowed orcs is better. Because that will stack with my other stuff. Let's see what's down this way. Kind of just spending a few points just to see what lies beyond. That's fine. Okay, level 5.2. Let's have a little look-see. We're actually pretty far through the game. Oh, so this area feels like a kill zone. I know exactly how this is gonna work out. You can kind of see what's gonna happen. But I don't hate it. I don't hate this. So where's the area that we want to engage? I think it's got to be around here. Let's get some flamethrowers positioned in key strategic locations. It's good. And then yeah, there is a tiny little sort of sliver of an area up here where we're going to be able to do some stuff. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that would put us... I feel like that would put us in an okay position. 1, 2, 3. So that's 12. 12 deployed. How long is the range? Yeah, see, that's just not... It's not a lot. Not a lot of range, is it? Not a lot of range at all. Flamethrower. Flamethrower's out there. These flamethrowers are kinda not that useful. I suppose maybe if we're doing something over here, they're kind of a little bit more useful. Tesla tower, sure. Complete waste of time. Useless. Mortar. I really think we engage here. Like, I think that's the sort of critical area. I think we kind of fire back this way? Is that the design that we go with? It has the unfortunate effect of bumping the enemies in, closer to the objective, which I don't really love. But I also kind of don't care. 1, 2. Have I measured that up correctly? Let's go and see, right? Let's go and see. Okay, everybody's going to get a little bit toasty that comes up this way. It's just a little bit of, like, early additional damage. There is absolutely no way this is going to hold, right? Absolutely no way. It's not doing a bad job, to be fair. Nuke? Let's drop a nuke? Oh, yeah. You know what? Ain't too shabby. Ain't too shabby. A little bit of strafing action. Let's see it happen. It's good. Sort of spreads everybody up a little bit. Yeah, we lost there. I think there's a little bit more that we can do to sort of like optimize this situation. Like these turrets are not particularly useful, and they could be much more useful if we kind of just concentrated their firepower like so. I'm also thinking maybe you guys being at a sort of slightly better angle would be good. It's a bit problematic in the sense that we're kind of coming up on the range of these turrets. But I'm just going to choose not to worry about things and just try and adapt this situation to be... Yeah, try to adapt it to be a little bit better. Okay. Let's give that a wee shotty. See what happens here. The grenades, the mortars, all of that might be useful. There we go. Straight into the kill zone. And there we go. Give you a few missiles to face. Yeah, there's definitely some getting through here. This is going to be a really challenging situation. I don't even know the best way to approach this situation, to be honest. Yeah, sure. You know what? We'll nuke. It's not even going to arrive. Honestly, I think a lot of it has to come from non-flamethrower related thing. Maybe stuff like the Tesla coil. I've not done any Tesla coil stuff. We still have the emergency supplies to get. Shocked enemies will run in the wrong direction for a second. See, that could be kind of cool. Do you know what? Let's do a little bit of investing in the Tesla coil. I have a funny feeling that it's not going to make that much of a difference, but we will try nonetheless. Okay. Let's give that a shot. And you know what? I'm going to drop the nuke early because I want to actually get utility out of it. I want to see it in action. There we go. Drop it right there. Beautiful. Good timing as well, I think. Good timing. The flamethrower does sweeten nothing if it's not actually going to hit the enemy. And that is fairly sort of frequent. Strafe. Yep, strafe. Just get as many kills as we possibly can. Freeze everybody here. There we go. Whilst we get another strafing run in. Beautiful. Just to sort of pepper them up a little bit before we inevitably end up dying. Okay. I didn't even see cryobeam fuel. I don't care about cryobeam fuel. Didn't even see how much damage the Tesla tower did. I suspect strongly that it was not very much. Let's go again. Do you know what? Give me the nuke. Give me the nuke even earlier this time. Beautiful. That only killed 187. See, that was just not a lot of damage. Nuke did 24,000 damage. Flamethrower dealing quite a lot. Tesla coil. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. But, I mean, it's not in the hundreds of thousands, which is what we need. Yeah, it's not even close. It's not even close. This is a toughie. This is a real toughie. I'm not even sure the answer is facing everything in the middle, you know? I'm just not sure. That's good. Strafing is good. Flamethrowers, better. but not that much better. And to be fair, we've pretty much got the entire flamethrower tree sorted now. Can we get upgrade to this? So that's the nuke tree. That's that tree. So we just would need the laser beam. Okay, that's not too bad. Well, ladies and gents, I think we're going to ramp things up right about there. Pretty good game. Pretty darned good game. Had a grand old time playing with it. Sir, we have an orc problem. It is pretty good. Whether or not it's... I mean, it's what's on sale now, and it is worth about $10. Is that a good value for money? I don't know. I mean, I got through most of this in 2.5 hours. I had a grand old time with it. I think you should definitely check it out. 14. Yeah, 39 attempts to get through level 3.2. Yeah, that was absolutely far and away the most challenging one that I attempted. 39 attempts. Is it seriously that many? Flippin' egg. Anyway, check it out. Link down in the description below. Thank you ever so much for watching, folks. I've been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.